Namaste and welcome. My name's Travis, and this is a short class designed to release the stress and fatigue. Sometimes we feel the weight of the world on our shoulders, and this is an encouragement to shift some of that negativity and arrive in your truest, clearest form. So for that expression, let's find ourselves in a comfortable seat. I'm elevated on my prop. I've got a blanket underneath me and my hands are on my knees, cross legs if available. And just take a moment to close down your eyes, and from the fabric of your skin through to the contours of your muscles and the web of your nerves, just dive into the subtle body and let your breath come and go naturally with the universe. And perhaps if you've had a little bit of a stressful day or you're just sort of struggling with a bit of fatigue, just let that all melt away with the grounding exhale breath. And use the inhale breath as a reminder that you are here and now. This circumstance, this moment, you feel safe, you feel secure. Your surroundings recognizable. And as you blink open your eyes, let's begin with a breath technique where on an inhale we draw the air through the nose and we gather the shoulders up towards our ears, almost like that expression of tension, right? You're bringing all of that up with you. And then the exhale breath is a snap of your belly button in and a forcefulness of your exhale out your nose. And your shoulders drop away. So you go. And so the technique is designed to cultivate heat in the solar plexus, which is transformative. Fire lifts. It moves away. It allows us to move in the direction of more. So let's begin Bhastrika 2. So inhale, gather shoulders up to ears. Drop them away with the forceful exhale breath. Let's go. Halfway. Last few. Let's just close the eyes and feel into how the shoulders just soften ever so slightly further away from your ears. And there's just that little bit of warmth. And from that warmth, some shift begins to happen. A change is cultivated. As you blink open your eyes, take your arms up to the ceiling on an inhale and twist around to the left hand behind you, right hand to left knee and rotate. Come back ever so slightly on the inhale and re-rotate around on the exhale breath. One more like that. So inhale, come through center, lifting, reaching, rising, and exhaling, twisting and rinsing. Right arm comes forward with you as you return to center. Exaggerate the lift of the left arm. So as you cross at the elbows, you cross at the forearms and hold the hands. As you lift the elbows to shoulder height, you're already beginning to tone the muscles of the shoulders and the rotator cuff. And you start to feel how, as the forearms press into each other, you create sensation that should feel really workable and, in some respects, a level that allows you to stay with some level of stress that's manageable, because you are doing something that's quite dynamic here, especially if you continue to press the forearms forward and the space between your shoulder blades widen behind you. And now we'll take the elbows up, the forearms up on an inhale, so extend the spine, and then exhale, dome the back, elbows to tummy and chin to chest, draw in. So inhale, expand and lift. And exhale, draw in and round. One more like that to lift. draw in and round. Now bring the elbows back up to shoulder height. From the middle line here, take the fingers over to the right as though you're taking the hands of the clock to 1, and then come back through 12 and take it all over to 11. Back through center, uncross, release. Left hand down beside you on the left, right arm out, up and overhead, bend at the elbow, and reach for the left ear with the fingers. It's a gesture here. We're not pulling, tugging, or yanking the head over to the right. The fingers are simply caressing the ear, and it's just encouraging space down the SCM, the musculature along the side of your neck. Maybe a few little breaths here that sort of allow that easefulness in the nervous system. And see if you've held some tension in your legs, just let it all soften. And then release that and lower both hands down onto your knees. Let's just take a moment here in the center just to see the difference from side to side. On your next inhale, take the arms up, lift up, reach up. And then we'll twist around to the right, left hand behind us on your knee, right hand behind you. Rotate, exhale, come back on the inhale, rotate, exhale. Come back on the inhale and back around one more time. Now as you come back to center, take your left arm out, cross the right elbow over top, cross at the forearms, hold the hands, lift the elbows, press the forearms forward and press the space between the shoulder blades to the wall behind you. Hold here. Now lift the elbows, extend the spine, look up, and then exhale, dome through the back, chin to chest, elbows towards your tummy. Inhale, lift. And exhale, draw in. Inhale, lift. And exhale, draw it all in, round the back. Lift the elbows to shoulder height. Pause in the midline. And then take the fingers over to the 11 o'clock position. And then come through center and over to the 1 o'clock. Good job. Release. Lower the right hand down beside you. Left arm out overhead. Catch your right ear. And just so gently and so kindly let the head lower to the left as you gently caress the ear. So smooth. So gentle. No pulling, yanking, or tugging. Good job. Let's bring the hands back down to the knees and just take a moment there to tune into the shoulders, the neck. Even if there's a little bit of free movement here, feel free to do that. Yeah, it feels good. Blink open your eyes. Reach for your strap, your belt, your cord, your pole, whatever it might be. But make sure it's long enough so that it is able to be held out in front of you, and your hands are much wider than your shoulders. Let's just take a few beginning positions. So first up, let's take the arms up and hold the strap. I like to put my thumbs through and pull apart using the thumbs. But if you're holding a strap like a belt, you're going to have to hold the belt. It might just be a slightly different experience for you. So we're going to stay here for a few moments. And for some people, just this is enough, right? We're already got the weight of gravity bearing down on us, and this is already going to build enough tension in the shoulders. You may just explore just this ever so slightward backwards movement. Maybe the whole combination goes further behind the head. And for some of you, you can start to say, right, no, I'm going further, I'm going further. And as I slowly explore my range of mobility, I maybe am as mobile as Travis, and I can bring my hands all the way down behind me, and then we can slowly bring it up. But I'm going to meet you at wherever you are as we come up together. Up together, we find our way overhead, and then we take the strap out in front of us, and we pull the strap apart there, and we just hold that. And we just breathe, we focus on the horizon. So how about we do 5 of these to the point where you stop and resist. And at that position, I encourage you to stop, pause, breathe, and gently pull apart. So for me, I'm going to take myself to about a halfway down, and I'm going to hold there. And then immediately I recognize that is a sweet spot. Yes. And I'm pulling the strap apart. I'm not being super forceful. You don't need a lot here, right? And then I just let that drop away. Just give the arms that little bit of release, and feel the warmth flow back in there. And now I'm going to lift it up, and on the way I'm going to meet you, and we're all going to gather that forward and reach it forward. Really good. Let's do one more together. Up and over, and you pause and stop and breathe and hold and draw apart wherever you're at. I'm going to go a little lower this time, and I got into the other arm. Ooh, that feels good. See, it's across the front of the chest, right? We draw the heads of the shoulders forward because we type all day, or we read our tablets, or we read a book, or we do whatever it is, or gravity bears down on us. So this is just this beautiful opening, and I'm going to lower it back down behind me and just go, yes, that felt good. And now let's take it up and overhead. Meet you on the way up. Now we're going to pretend to row a boat, a canoe. Yeah, so dip down, around, behind, through, and row that canoe-like expression. Whatever it is for you. In fact, I think we might be going in reverse here. Let's go forward. This looks better. Yeah, we'll go forward, down, forward, down, forward, down, forward, down. But reverse is fine as well. It doesn't really matter. It's actually about your own mobility, and maybe even getting a little funky, going down, around, and around, and around, and around. Whatever works for you here to encourage that mobility. So rowing, maybe going back, around, down, and up, back, around, down, and up, and forward. Feels good. Now strap down and out of the way. Let's take ourselves off our props, slide them out of the way, slide them forward, and come into your preparation for extended child's pose. So big toes touch, knees open out wide. And from this expression of upright in the chest, take a breath in, and then as you start to slide forward, arrive at 45-degree angle first, and then slide the right arm under the left. So you lower the torso down onto the right arm. And through that little bit of compression, you start to work into the right shoulder. And you just allow the head to hopefully lower down. I can't go all the way because I've got the microphone in front of my face, but maybe here you can find the forehead on the mat, or even reach for your cushion. That works nicely. And just take a breath there, and then start to come back to your 45-degree angle position, and it's the right hand that wants to slide forward now. And we'll slide the left arm under and extend it through and away, and lower the forehead down. Yeah, and it's just this expression of like stopping or temporarily blocking the flow of energy. We are also doing it in our legs as well because of the flexion at the knee and the hip, where we're creating this little bit of compression. And so we just artificially slow the transfer of fluids and just allow those to back up a little. And in doing so, we encourage them to create a bit of pressure, and through that pressure, hopefully when we let it go, it just releases, and in that release we get a fresh flow of energy that flushes out some of the stickiness. Nice. So let's come back up into an upright position through torso. Take our pillow or bolster out of the way. Now I'd just like you to maneuver forward and come down onto your tummies. So perhaps we almost come into an expression of child's pose as we look forward, slide forward, lengthen out our legs and lie down on the tummy. Look to your right and extend the right arm out from your body at a right angle. And as you start to rotate the head to the left, look away from the arm, lower your right ear down. Option 1 here is just to roll onto the right hip and bend the knees and ankles so they stack on top of each other. And you might just stay here. This could be enough. Remembering if your head is elevated and it feels uncomfortable, reach for anything that gives you support. So for me, you could just roll that little blanket up and just support the neck and the head here as we hold this position for, say, 3 breaths. There is a bit more that you could do, stepping the left foot up and over behind you and extending the right leg down the mat away from you. Some might even take the left hand up and around behind the back, and the hand gently rests on your low back. So that's an option there. And we'll just stay for another few moments as I set up all those different variations. And then we'll come back with the left hand on tummy, and everybody will roll back onto our stomachs. And from here, once more, let's just set that blanket up. It'll be the left arm out to the left, roll the head to the right, look away, use a little bit of support under the neck and the head, stack the knees and the ankles first, allow the hip to rest down. That could be enough. Lengthening the left leg and stepping right foot behind. That could be another option. Right hand up. The back of the hand on the small of the back. And we just stay here now for a few moments, few breaths. Yes, so good. Right hand back in front of chest, roll back onto tummies, and let's press back up from here into our comfortable seated position. And I'm going to stay on my knees because basically from here, it is a namaste to the rest of your day. Welcome in this beautiful space across your shoulders, your head and your neck. I hope you feel ready to move in the direction of more, and hopefully have released some of the stickiness, the gooiness, and the energy that gets a little bit sort of stagnant on our shoulders, because we don't need to carry that around with us. Be gone. Flick it away. See you later. Bye.